How's it going, everybody? My name is Tyler Lamb. This is Movie Versus, a podcast. This is the prequel episode to Prequel 11, episode 11, I think. I'm with my co-hosts, Steve Janik. Steve, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good. We're hanging out, swimming. Got some
Hanging
ice
out
cream.
down the street. That's what we're doing. Same old thing we did last week. Charlie?
Exactly.
Charlie Pixley's here with me as well. Charlie, how you doing?
I'm fine.
All right. It's actually Charlie's birthday today.
Yep.
So
Big 13.
happy.
To ruin everyone's thoughts that they aren't listening to a live recording,
Yeah, that would
like
be
a live production when they listen to the podcast.
Well, that would be kind of weird if you
They're
thought
always
that.
live streaming right when I'm listening to the
That's
podcast.
crazy.
They edited their music like really well.
So happy birthday, Charlie.
Thanks.
And
I guess.
I'm going to be the one choosing the films today. And
So we are at your mercy.
yes, exactly. And we are going to be doing movies in theaters. But there's not a whole lot to pick from. So I decided to just pick instead of you guys actually drawing from a hat. Do you guys just want to go straight into the movie assigning? I mean, we can just go balls deep into that.
Sure.
It's whatever to me.
And then
okay.
watch them trailers.
Okay, yeah, sure. So basically, just to give a rundown, I guess, real quick, we assign movies and then bad movies under 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, and they have to see them and convince me.
Based on what happened with Suicide Squad, we might not be able to use that meter anymore because the fans of Suicide Squad are going to get Rotten Tomatoes shut down.
That's true. I mean,
There's
there were
like-
thousands of people that signed that petition. I was listening.
Although, really, you could look up petitions for
Yeah,
anything.
I-
They just grab one and put it in there. If anything, the only petition that matters is to change the Cincinnati Bengals to the Cincinnati Harambe's.
Yeah, seriously, they need to.
That one had like 20,000.
They.
Oh god, that's like a real petition.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say, like, if a tweet got that many retweets or a YouTube video got that many YouTube views that got petition signed for Rotten Tomatoes, like, nobody would care. Like, nobody would even really notice if a YouTube video got 1,500 views.
I'd be happy if we
Or
got that many downloads.
15,000 views. Like, nobody would care.
It would
People
be
just grab it and then they can make an article about it and get
Yeah,
money
exactly.
Like
It gives them the clicks. But so basically, I've got these two movies in mind, and I feel they are on complete opposite sides of the spectrum. Essentially,
that could
on the
be
Rotten
good
Tomatoes.
or bad.
Well, no. And I went over it, and I think though that
It's fair.
I think that it can be fair, and I assigned them to who I think could roll with the movies.
I'm not positive of what movies there are going to be, but I think I know what that means my movie might be.
I don't even know what's coming out.
Well, Steve, I am going to go with you first. I'm assigning you Jason Bourne,
Damn it!
which is it's in the 50s, I think.
That means I'm gonna have to watch like 15 other Jason Bourne movies. real quick.
Well, and here's the thing:
Jeremy Renner one
is that
4 times.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: I mean, the first Bourne movie, Bourne Identity, is actually, I mean, it's really good.
love the
Especially,
first Bourne
I think
movie.
it kind of
The
made
next
a
two are
roadmap.
still entertaining, at least if you're just watching for like fight scenes.
Yeah,
They're pretty
but
dope.
it also kind of just molds together. Like, I can't
No,
tell you.
the first,
What happened
the
in
second,
what?
the
Yes.
second and third one are definitely a blur.
Yeah. And then I don't think anybody
Oh.
saw the one with Jeremy Renner.
One time, my grandma was like, "Let's go see the Bourne Ultimatum Supreme" when the last one came out. It's like, oh.
That's the
It's
ultimate.
just-
That's the ultimate cut.
Yeah,
Of,
No,
this is the
you're
one with
great.
sour cream.
I was gonna say your grandma just comes over and like opens up a DVD. It's the second Bourne with sour cream on top of it and some tomato.
Let's take you back to the home.
But I feel like I don't know. It seems like
Oh man, she should never listen to this.
it seems like a goofy enough movie that I honestly don't really have much interest in, and I think that it's a good one.
Because I watched Criminal, I have to watch
yes,
this.
yes. I
There are
think
points
that
that you could sell on this movie.
Well,
though,
I
you know,
mean,
good ass action.
they're resurrecting Julia Stiles. It isn't like
For
Tommy-
real, she's in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
And isn't Tommy Lee Jones in this one?
I think so. Yeah,
He's like the
Agent K.
yeah.
he's Agent K.
He's exactly
Yep.
no. I think he's
No, he's
just-
his character from Hope Springs. They finally got a
Jesus
divorce.
Christ.
And Charlie, since it's your birthday, and I feel like you could work with this the best.
The Jeremiah birthday sex music video.
Well, shit, dude. I didn't think you were gonna guess it that quickly.
You just have to watch it equivalent to the run length.
God.
I am going to. You're gonna hate me for this. I'm assigning you 9 lives.
See, that's what I thought I was gonna get.
No, that's fine.
I feel like. See, and I feel like you could. I feel like that fits your style of
That movie's
convincing
gonna be a
that
beautiful disaster. I mean,
and that
This
that
is
is
the first time that I'm probably going to see the other person's movie as well.
and that is that I think that is at like a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes
for
So-
all
should be.
1% per life.
So like I said, the complete opposite side of the spectrum. But I feel like it's still an even match based off of your guys' personalities.
That's
And,
good.
and
Honestly,
and I have an open mind about both.
for 9 lives. I'm just excited for both Christopher Walken and Kevin Spacey to be on the same screen.
hell
Two
yeah.
giants of
well, then
film
you're-
in
well-
this movie.
Well, then you're going to be disappointed because Kevin Spacey is not on the screen. He's just the voice of the cat, isn't he?
No, but he's in the pet
My
shop
bad.
with Christopher Walken.
Wait, what?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah, because he's got to get turned into the cat.
Oh shit! I've never seen the trailer for this movie. I just know that
I just heard
Kevin
maybe
Spacey's
it
a
was
cat.
on Three Wise. They were talking about it or something.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I know that they're supposed to see it for their next movie train.
I know Kevin Spacey is in it, but when you first said that, I was really thinking Kevin James.
Because that makes way more
Yeah.
sense.
It really does.
I honestly would not have. They could have just someone could have just edited Kevin James into the trailer. Me knowing that Kevin Spacey is in that movie, and I would not have looked twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
I
Kevin
mean-
James.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Zookeeper 2 or whatever that movie is.
But it's okay because we also got Jennifer
Yikes.
Garner involved
Hey,
in this
doesn't the
movie.
next Purge come out in like a month?
Probably starring Kevin James.
Oh, I would watch that.
A new Saw is coming out after the sequel.
Starring
Kevin
Kevin
James. He's playing.
Is it a
Jigsaw.
continuation?
Yeah, it's Saw 8. So it's a sequel to the
When?
final chapter.
Halloween this year?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
might have to
maybe it's
binge
next
through 'em
year.
all.
I haven't
I've been
seen.
meaning to
I've
because
seen all the last one or two.
I've seen
I
the
think.
first 3. I think I haven't
I-
seen 4, 5, and 6. and
I've
7.
heard I keep hearing
Apparently
that the
there's 7.
storyline the storyline builds together really well. I just remember the second one coming out and just looking just like a mess.
I
compared to the
actually
first
was
one.
I was kind of impressed with the second one and how the story went and some of the stuff. I
See,
mean,
that's the problem is that I'm intrigued by the story, but everyone that I talked to at the time was just like, "Oh my god, all these deaths are so crazy," and I was like, "I don't care."
Ah,
like,
yeah.
Somebody will probably make like a super cut of them whenever
'Cause-
they're really done someday and trim out some of the really unnecessary
because
stuff.
because I remember the second one. I think the whole twist at the end or whatever was that it actually was going on concurrently with the first one.
Oh,
So like
Yeah.
and it ties in with one of the characters or something like that. It was like an
no,
apprentice.
I hear if you
of
actually watch them
Jigsaw
all, it
and-
all does really come together really nicely.
Yeah,
And
it-
I've been meaning to check it out. I've probably said that's probably been on the podcast like 12
Maybe.
times now.
One
Maybe it
time when I
has,
was
Steve.
watching though, then the dude you think he's dead again, Jigsaw, and then they like find a
recording.
recording
after
dipped
he
in
dies or-
wax in his stomach. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think that was either 3 or 4. He like after he died of cancer or whatever. They find it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, 9 lives.
His tumor is
Speaking
actually a tape
so
recorder.
I like how we went from 9 lives to Saw.
Yeah.
So that's an
'Cause
interesting.
they're both torture.
Yeah, and in a way. So
He
I
didn't actually kill you, Charlie. You killed yourself.
so I guess we will.
Saw twist.
I guess we'll go ahead and watch these trailers, and so we'll be right back
Sweet.
after this little break.
So those trailers occurred.
They sure did, Steve, and I have
Should've
to.
looked at view counts.
Yeah, I want to on the record apologize to Charlie because that 9 lives was far worse than I could have guessed. It looked very
Yeah,
bad.
I agree. Worse than I was expecting.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen it a couple times, and that trailer had more things than I'd
You've seen
before.
the film a couple times?
No, I've seen the trailer for that movie,
Yeah.
but like that was a more trailer than I've seen, and the stuff they added made me want to see it less.
Yeah, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was a rough. They had some. They had a shot of a cat doing a pull up, but
Just
then
like
they
a
just
GIF.
Yeah, it was like a GIF. They just kept it. They
a
would
GIF,
play
a
it
GIF
and
that
then
played
reverse
forward
it.
and then reverse and then
Yeah,
back.
over and
forward,
over
yeah.
again, and it was
And
quite obvious.
They
it was
didn't
rumors.
animate the cat talking at all, but I guess
Yeah.
it's not
I
supposed
think
to.
I think
I
it's a
mean-
monologue, like an
humans or-
inner monologue
Homeward
situation.
Homeward Bound didn't have moving animal.
Let's not
mouths.
compare this to Homeward Bound,
That's
please.
another talking animal. Movie.
Yeah, but those animals were talking from the beginning, right?
And
that's
to-
like the
and
animals
only to each
communicating
other.
to each other.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Is this like Christopher Walken playing the same character from Click as well?
Pretty
Just, like,
much.
old
I
magic
think it's in the
crazy
same
guy?
universe. He lost
That'd
his job
probably
at
make it
Bed Bath and
funnier.
Beyond.
Yeah,
So
it's
now
in the
he's-
same universe where. Actually, no, I can't make that joke because I actually like Click as a movie, so I can't talk about how Kevin Spacey and
man.
Adam Sandler don't care about their careers.
It sucks that we're gonna have to find a new co-host.
Click, I guarantee, is gonna be 100 times better than this, though.
I don't think Click's that bad of a movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember chuckling at a few things.
I'll
in it,
refuse
but-
to comment.
That's fine.
I just don't like.
I don't care what you have to say.
I think you
It's
do,
how-
Steve.
I really don't.
So yeah, those are the movies. Oh well, we didn't even mention the Jason Bourne trailer.
We didn't need to because I already won. No, this is gonna be exactly the same situation as Surf Ninjas, where like something
come in
happens
too
and I
cocky?
just lose.
Yeah, I mean, you have a handicap for sure.
I didn't come in too cocky on Surf Ninjas.
it's-
I just
yeah.
had literally nothing to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
That stair scene.
in Charlie's defense, the Jason Bourne trailer seemed pretty generic. Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
just
so
seemed
we
like
already
a,
forgot to freaking talk about it.
yeah, it seemed like a paint by numbers action movie. It was just like,
I
hey,
mean, yeah, they both seem
mean-
paint by numbers. One was just so much more cringeworthy. At least
Yeah.
this will have like high production and stuff.
Yeah.
yep.
And I'm gonna have Tommy Lee Jones looking very sour.
Yeah, and I mean Paul
He's gonna be real
Greengrass.
upset.
So Tommy Lee Jones is in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
just
Julia
what he does.
Stiles is reprising her just role. Like I feel like they should already have her locked up because she just keeps
this
feeding
is,
him information.
Is this before or after she was with Dexter?
Oh God, I hope it's before,
I think.
because
Oh,
And
okay.
then all this
That
stuff
would-
is what traumatizes her for the beginning.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
it wasn't.
Makes sense.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil Dexter for people
Dude,
in case they're
she's-
10
she
years
plays
late.
my favorite character, Detective Angel Batista.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. Well, wait, no, I thought she was
She is
LaGuerta.
dynamic.
I thought she was LaGuerta.
No. She's got the goatee and she
Oh,
wears the
yeah,
dope
the
hat and the Hawaiian
fedoras.
shirts.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so I mean, I got nothing else to
On
say
Hill,
about that
my bad.
trailer.
No, Jason Bourne. I mean, it's hopefully there's some good action payoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure there will be something cool.
well, yeah, I guess let's just go into. Well, first off, let's talk real quick. I don't want to take this too long because we saw it a couple weeks ago, just how it lined up with our episodes. But we all three saw Suicide Squad when it was released, so I figured we would just discuss that a little bit. And I know that we all three kind of have different opinions on it. I think Charlie, you liked it the most out of us three. Steve,
The most, but
out of us three.
yeah. With
St-
qualifications. on
Steve, you didn't think it was that good,
I thought it was okay.
and I kind of thought it was shit.
Yeah, so I'm pretty generally lukewarm about things like
Yeah,
that. Everything in life.
no like for me I just
except for
tend-
Hybrid Theory and The Boy Next Door.
Yeah.
Those things he is quite passionate about.
I just tend to be on like I really like something. Well, I just kind of thought it was okay. I very rarely dip down into this was just garbage.
Well, we
Yeah.
can
Like,
trade movies if you want.
you say that.
No, I'm joking. I'm keeping it. I'll work it.
I'm telling you, I was upset because I really thought I was getting 9 lives.
So I mean, just real quick, what are some things that you guys really? I mean, I didn't hate the entire movie. There are
About
things I
one
did
thing
like.
you liked, one thing you hated.
I did like. I mean, I liked Will Smith as a character. I'll go a couple things that I can like that I liked. The actors in general, I thought they all did really well. The characters were, I mean, they weren't obviously all true to the form of the comics, but the adaptations of those characters, I liked them. So,
Are you like the characters stayed consistent with themselves? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I just liked I didn't hate the adaptations of those characters.
I
Okay,
know
I
for
see-
me,
I see what you're
I
saying.
want
So,
to
like-
see more of them.
So Will Smith's
better
Deadshot,
form, like-
yeah, Will Smith's Deadshot is not the Deadshot of the comics, but I still liked that version of Deadshot.
Okay.
I Margot Robbie was all right. Boomerang was good. Waller was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Viola Davis like really
There was a scene I specifically remember that I know Charlie. I think we all discussed this off podcast where when Jared Leto is shooting that machine gun off of the helicopter. Like I mean that was
perfection.
awesome. That was awesome because that was like 100% just Joker right there.
That's just like the scene that any Joker you could just like put a Joker into that scene.
Yeah,
like,
and he just did it. And he sold it.
And
awesome.
You know that's good because I know we disagree about the club scene, but we both agree that chopper scene is like
yeah,
the
exactly.
pinnacle, like
yeah. And I wish there was more Joker. You can tell there was a lot cut. And one thing that I hated was just a lot of the editing and pacing. The way that some scenes were put where they were kind of threw me off. Like the cold open of the movie with the Deadshot and Harley Quinn thing. Showing, I think it was showing their pasts or something like that, and then we went a while without hearing about anybody's past, and then Amanda Waller starts reading off the dossier, and we're seeing all these people. So that was kind of weird to me to just see two characters right off the bat.
I guess because they're more of the focus, but I wish it probably should have just done them all at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think that I kind of liked the cold open of like if they had just started with Amanda Waller coming in and talking about it, I would have been fine. If they would have just maybe given each of those scenes like 30 extra seconds.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see more of the story of those characters. And I think that's just the general problem with trying to have a cast with this many like kind of high profile characters without developing them elsewhere.
Yeah. So I know I kind of did the generic ones, but Steve, what is one thing you hated, one thing you liked a lot? If I didn't already take your answers.
Let's see. I'll say that I did like a lot. I liked a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
It's hard to point to one thing you liked.
I think it really is the strong point of the film.
That's the saving grace of I guess I use that term loosely, but like the best thing about it, and luckily that's one of the most important things, I guess, in the movie.
Yep.
And what I didn't like was that they just didn't get their times to shine. Like they had some scenes. They had some scenes that really were like key moment scenes, but it was just they were fleeting. You were like, wait, come back, do some more of that because I want to see what's going on there. Like Katana is barely in the movie, and then there's like just a moment where she's crying over the soul of her husband trapped in the sword, and Rick Flagg's just like, oh yeah, her husband's soul is trapped in that sword. And they're like, moving on.
Well, I guess they did talk about her husband earlier, though. That's why she was doing that scene with the Japanese mob boss.
She's Japanese.
I'm gonna have to say.
I mean, I would be willing. I feel fairly confident that she's Japanese.
And flag on her mask.
Katanas have Japanese sword.
Yeah, duh. You can learn more about katanas, you fucking pleb.
Canadian mob boss.
No,
that's
an
oxymoron.
It's just the you see like two small moments of her character, and there's so many characters that they're just so busy doing the actual plot that it's just kind of like if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss the moments where they're actually character building.
Yeah.
I felt like she was one of the most interesting characters. I wanted to know more about her. I wanted to see more about. And there's that one scene in the trailers where you see the souls that she's like sucking up a soul from her sword, or her eyes going all like full black. Like, oh man, those two trailers are awesome. The first two trailers are great.
Although we spoke earlier because we both said, or at least I know we brought it up saying like it was such a missed opportunity to not have her use the sword, kill Enchantress, and then have a sweet soul-sucking scene. Sweet soul-sucking scene. But then when I saw it again, and she tries to get her to kill her with the sword, Katana, but then she'd be like reunited with her brother, and then they'd probably like merge together and do the little finger dance or something.
I didn't remember that. What were you gonna say,
hadn't
Steve?
either.
I was gonna say I think not to spoiler alert real quick.
Yeah.
It has.
It's been a few. Yeah. I mean, I hardly remember a lot of the movie.
But I think me and Tyler both said that one of our least favorite things of the movie was the fact that Harley Quinn just undoes her entire character in one of the final scenes of the movie.
Yeah.
When she kills Enchantress, it was like, wait, Enchantress was giving her literally the only thing we know that Harley Quinn wants.
I think it would have been a good moment if it would have been earned and that she would have been with the team for longer, like maybe in a second movie or a third movie.
Or even if she had just said something like, "I know you can't promise." Like, I know that's not something you can give
it's
me.
Fake.
Like,
it could have been a great moment.
Yeah, it could have been,
and it could have been an easy fix.
And that goes back to the pacing where just because of the editing and the pacing of the film, it seems like they've only been doing what they're doing for a few hours.
Yeah.
But they say in the movie it's been 3 days.
Yeah.
Or something like that, and that was
3 days. Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, holy crap, 3 days? Like this was. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Justice League would have gotten involved on like day 2, at least.
Well, they're not.
They're not together yet, dude.
Okay.
Hashtag Unite the Seven.
Slipknot.
That movie's still gonna be great.
Slipknot hasn't brought together the 7 yet, dude.
He hasn't found the cloning machine yet.
Exactly. He's number 7, dude. Who's the
6
seventh?
and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Who's the 7th Justice League member, dude? Slipknot. Tell me right now who the 7th would be. We got Flash. We got Cyborg. We got Batman. We got Wonder Woman. We got Aquaman, and we got Superman. Who's 7, dude? Green Lantern's not in Justice League.
Red Tornado.
Not confirmed yet.
He's gonna be in Justice League 2, confirmed.
We'll get that. We'll get that Red Tornado action.
Yeah, he said. I thought they said that he was gonna be in the second one.
Huh.
Oh, I could have sworn one of the producers or one of them said that they wouldn't bring Green Lantern in until 2.
But then they also have said like they're not even sure they're doing like.
We could get a Hawk Girl in there too.
Or Slipknot.
Yeah, Slipknot.
No,
not the guy in Suicide Squad, the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the whole band Slipknot would be
it makes
the
sense.
7th member of Justice League.
I'd probably be more terrified of Slipknot than the Justice League.
They'd be like, listen.
They just summon a whole Juggalo crew.
Wrong fans. But
I'd still be very scared. Though.
I would be terrified of a crew of juggalos. Yes, those guys don't care about anything. They hit each other over the head with
Damn
signs.
sure not themselves. Shit, we're gonna lose all our Juggalo fans.
Oh no, I think that's like 90% of our fan base.
Damn, that's right. Free Fago if you write into our email.
Yeah,
we
Fago,
can afford that.
Fago Moon Mist. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, Charlie, what did you like and dislike about the movie? Let's get something from you.
I like like we've said already a bunch. I like the characters, and I really do want to see more of them in a better handling of them. Because especially like even a character like El Diablo, I did really want to see more of his story, or I thought that was earned at the end.
Yeah.
Because he really had like nothing going for him, and those were the only people that then were. Treating him not just like
no, I completely agree. His is one of the few motivations that makes sense. Like his motivation makes sense. Deadshot's motivation makes sense because he still feels that it's like a payoff for his daughter in one way or another. Pretty much every other person there, well, I guess Katana makes sense.
Flag makes sense.
Katana and Flag makes sense just because they're like Katana's not a terrible human being.
Yeah,
but at the time, Harley's doesn't really make much sense. Croc's doesn't make much sense. Boomerang's doesn't make much sense.
I guess Croc too would be the same thing in that like.
Well, I guess
everybody treats him like a piece of shit except finally some people.
Yeah.
So he starts crawling around like a.
Dude,
like
I thought that part was great. I personally enjoyed that.
I mean, it was hilarious, but I don't think it was supposed to be funny.
See, I did kind of get that a little bit because that was pretty handy.
It kind of made me cringe laugh.
But I'm still confused.
That's what I kind of thought. That's what I thought they were going.
I'm still super confused at how Croc armed that bomb that was supposedly set for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and when I watched it again,
dude, I don't even know.
Dude, when I watched it again though, he wasn't even the one doing it. It was Eastwood's character. Because I was watching for that. Because when I saw it too, it was like 2 seconds, and then one of them is definitely gone when Enchantress arms it and gives it to him.
Yeah,
if he was able to stop it,
which I don't understand.
1 second left. The only thing I can think of is if it was one of those like breaching charges, which I don't know how a lot of the explosives work and stuff, but if it was a directional charge, but Eastwood would probably be dead.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, a breach
nobody
charge
even knew he was
in the explosion one direction.
It forces it all in.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying.
But I feel like if Enchantress is just like dumping it on him and blowing it up, they don't want a focus charge. Because originally the thing was her just supposed to like dump it on him.
Unless that was just something they already had, but you shouldn't have to do that much as explaining for.
we already.
I was just thinking of something what I thought it might be because the way it looks like that he sticks it up on the roof. It's like, that reminded me of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's not even the good thing I wanted to say.
Hold on. Can't scratch my ear, apparently. Okay.
Not all of it worked, but I did laugh at a fair amount of things that I thought were really funny, like Ike Barinholtz. I wish he was a bigger star. I wish he were in more things. I think that dude is funny.
Yeah, the body Gibbiotti, he's hilarious.
Yes. And then things I disliked.
Even though we didn't get to see Joker tell him that he can't wait till he sees his toys.
Yeah, but I did like that scene of him sitting on his lap because like I don't know if this dude's about to make out with him or slit his throat.
I think that was a really good Joker scene.
Yeah, it was.
Things I didn't like, pacing and all that stuff, like we've said. I dislike that there is an amazing movie in there somewhere.
Yeah, there has to be.
That we'll see when the extended cut comes out.
Yeah, when we download the DLC.
Yeah. But
DC, DLC, Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, hey, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was still amazing without it.
And that's I think I want to make that clear. Like I mean, we talk about how much we love BVS. Like I mean, and I can consider myself a DC fanboy, but it's still like I didn't like this movie. It's not
fine.
like
right. You're not expecting.
Yeah, it's not like
to fix what you didn't like.
No. I think that I think I'm with Charlie. I think there is a good movie in there, but I think the one that we got I didn't like. Like I still liked the regular cut BVS, but I thought the extended cut was much better. But I'm just saying, like people will be like, oh, you like this movie just because you're a fanboy. It's like no, I like BVS because I think it's a great movie, and I like DC. So I mean I love DC, but I didn't think Suicide Squad was a great movie.
And when I saw it a second time,
fair enough. I think that gives more credibility to your opinion of BVS.
Yeah, hopefully.
When I watched it a second time, I don't know if I didn't enjoy it as much because I was just with my parents. That's not the bash on them, but then I can't be like, oh, that was sweet or whatever.
Yeah. You have to act all cool. You have to be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just smoking a cig in the theater, but y'all don't even know shit about this.
Gotta make sure your parents think you're cool. I get that.
I actually vape in the theater.
Vape nice, dude.
I mean, there's no reason not to vape. Like
ever.
They can't stop you. It's not cigarettes.
Exactly.
Damn, I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Were you talking about something you disliked?
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope that everything still goes on the right track as far as the rest of the universe, which I think it should, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
Still 2 out of 3 that I will rewatch. Rewatch regularly.
They really need to knock Wonder Woman out of the park.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they're still making an impressive amount of money on Suicide Squad. But yeah, Wonder Woman just needs to be a hit.
Hopefully.
Or else it's like.
I mean, it's the character that people who didn't like BVS were drawn to. So hopefully that really resonates with the studio.
They can only like mess up so many times. I don't think BVS was a mess up, and I don't think Man of Steel was a mess up. But the way exactly. The way they were received critically can mold other people's opinions going in, and they can dislike it.
That's why my parents were like, well, why do you care what the critics think? It's like, well, I care what the critics think because the critics influence the amount of money it makes, and the amount of money makes influences how many we get to make. And I want more movies.
Yeah, exactly. And
because Batman v Superman should have made like $1.5 billion.
Yeah, and I mean,
how much did it make?
Like $900 million.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit under 900, I think, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, it would have. I mean, if that was like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, that thing would have broken records. I mean, Batman and Superman on film together for the first time, like that would have destroyed the box office. Like that would have been more than Star Wars, I think, more than Titanic. It probably would have beat Titanic for
we can only hope.
Now we just gotta wait till freaking Fast 8.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all we got left. It's the only thing on the horizon.
It's our only hope.
Ooh, hey, at least with Suicide Squad, at least I got to see the Triple X trailer twice on the big screen.
Oh, there you go. Dope. I don't think they showed Triple X.
Yeah, I don't
remember.
They showed it in IMAX too.
Dude. They showed Triple X before when I saw Star Trek Beyond, I think, so that was awesome.
I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, maybe we'll see that next. But yeah,
we should see another group movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Star Trek Beyond. Maybe we'll see that and talk about it.
I know. I guess I wasn't thinking about like good movies.
It's been it's true. It's been a while. But I guess maybe we should do a bad movie. I don't know. Whatever movie it is, it better have Bush. That's all
Full Bush.
Yeah, full Bush.
Man,
did that remind you what you were?
No, yeah, actually, with Suicide Squad,
Charlie.
I was thinking like I still had fun watching it, but that doesn't mean that it's a great movie. Though.
There are moments. I mean, like I said, there are moments that I liked, but I
Yeah.
think that there were too many moments for me to be like, what?
I definitely still didn't hate it, but
And I know
there's definitely a struggle getting through certain parts, and it sucks because the struggle comes in like towards the end of the second act,
Yes.
and when that's like crunch time,
Yes.
critical time for a movie. But then if it's that, it's like, oh man, how long have I been watching this? But
I think it all kind of starts when the helicopter crashes.
ooh,
Yeah.
finally, now I remember the scope of the villain.
Oh,
We talked about that at the
way too high,
Yeah,
way too big.
when the machine started. Other than that,
Yeah.
it shouldn't have even done machine. It should just be like a relic or whatever.
It
but,
should not have been.
And I
that.
talked about this on 3 Wise, but
Yeah, you
that's
got
like,
and everybody can go listen to that. They actually did a full in-depth review.
Yeah,
Charlie
and-
was the guest on that, and they
in
all.
the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I listened to the BVS one of 3 Wise,
Mhm, which
because-
Charlie and I both were on.
Yeah, because I came out of the movie and I thought it was okay, but I wanted to, because I know that you guys and all of the 3 Wise guys are really big into DC. So I was like, and I knew at the time that you would like that both of you really liked it. So I was like, I want to see their in-depth explanation. I want to hear, what these guys really had to say.
We really dug in on that one.
Yeah, we
did.
did. We
I
talked
really
a
enjoyed-
lot about that movie.
I really
Probably
enjoyed
one
that
of the
cast.
longest ones.
It
or
might
at least
be.
the longest recording sessions.
Yeah.
Star Wars one was pretty long too.
Yeah.
It was really interesting to see what you guys pulled out of it, knowing more of the comic lore.
Yeah, and they do more in depth of those comic book movies or movies that come out. I mean, we do obviously
Yeah.
movies, but they do serious reviews.
We do seriously good movies.
Exactly.
Nerve
and-
and TMNT too.
Tumped. And so, I mean, I think that kind of sums up what we got to say.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go anymore. If, like I said, if you want a full in-depth review, go ahead and check out the 3 Wise radio episode. Charlie was a guest star on that, so you can hear all of their
Or
opinions.
go see it for yourself, you cheapskate.
Yeah, and form your own opinion.
Check out the movie.
So this is going to be the segment of the show we call Stuff We Actually Like. And hey, if you are a listener and you can do music stuff, go ahead and make a theme and send it to movieversuspodcast@gmail.com or something.
We are going to get
Or
the
post it-
sketchiest songs.
Or post it on SoundCloud and tweet it to
Oh my
us
God.
at Movie Versus
Just
Podcast.
put it on Facebook. Let everyone
So
see that.
yeah. No, that'd be fun to have a little tiny little musical number before this. But yeah, so just putting it out to the fans. But let's just start out. Steve, what is something that you actually like that you will recommend to the listeners?
I've been kind of off the grid recently because I just started going back to
Oh, so you're
school.
recommending being off the grid?
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna have to go with something that I watched recently, which was Marcella on Netflix.
Mhm. That's a Netflix original. is it
Netflix
not?
original. It's about a detective who stopped being a detective. She quit so she could become a housewife.
Okay.
And it's about 12 years later.
She put her gun and badge on a desk and slid it across.
Yeah. No, she did not do this. She just quit.
I don't know why you wouldn't include
Yeah,
that scene.
exactly.
I definitely would.
I would, if I was a real cop, I would do that. Like that's.
But
Every day
it's
it's
Sorry.
we're
I gotta
we're
turn to my
picking up
badge.
we're picking up after that. Like
Oh, okay,
she
so you don't see- okay,
She
I
had
gotcha,
quit.
gotcha.
She had quit being a detective,
Mm.
and 12 years later, a serial killer reemerges right when her husband's leaving her, and so she tries to go back on the force to catch the serial killer that eluded her
Yeah.
back in the day.
Okay.
And so it's following that, but also she has stress blackouts. So
She's the serial killer.
Those things?
yeah.
Oh man.
But-
that sucks.
But there are crime scenes that are basically contaminated by her under a blackout,
Damn.
and she doesn't know if she killed somebody. She doesn't know what's gonna happen because she said she wasn't there. So she's got to figure out a way to keep her DNA out of the crime scene investigation
Yeah.
portion. Like, it gets real intense, and her stress blackouts are super inconvenient.
As they would be, I would assume.
that sounds like a kind of like a rip off of the movie Delta Farce starring
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy.
It's a little bit
The
no,
whole
it's,
blue collar.
It's actually kind of like a female lead version of Luther.
Okay, I gotcha.
I still need to watch that.
Which is a British Idris Elba show, if anybody doesn't know what that's about.
Which I would recommend, but I am going to say something that I actually like that I would throw out there is Broadchurch. It is also on Netflix. It's not a Netflix original.
Both of them? Or no?
Both seasons so far.
I mean, like the U.S. and the British one, or which one did you watch?
I've only seen the British one. I've never seen the U.S. one.
I mean, who watches things that have David Tennant, but the version that doesn't have David Tennant?
They both have David Tennant. What? One of them has David Tennant with an American accent.
The opposite.
That's super weird.
Yes, it is. It's a terrible American accent as well. But the British version with David Tennant and Olivia Colman, it has 2 seasons. They're working on a third one right now, and both seasons are on Netflix. And I think they're only 8 episodes each, and hour-long episodes. It is.
I've watched one before. It was good.
It is an insanely engrossing and good just drama, and it is very like the first season's a kind of a whodunit. Because the kid in a small town winds up dead.
I'm a sucker for whodunit.
And so it's a small town, and everybody of course has their secrets. So it's this
and everybody talks to everybody.
Yeah, and of course like
God, I hate small towns.
Of course it's like, oh,
I really want to watch it. I
yeah,
wish I had time.
It's that kind of shit where it's like, oh, well, you're doing this, so you're a suspect now because why did you keep this for that? Like why? And it's just this whole
everyone's
thing
keeping
of,
different secrets for different reasons. And
exactly.
And they have to uncover each separate
they're all
reason.
they're all coming up. People are it's kind of almost like tearing apart the small town, and people are just it's great, and the ending is just insane. Apparently, when they were writing it. It was
the Indian.
No, Indian. Apparently, when they were writing it, it's all written by one dude, and he apparently had to he kept it all just close to his chest.
That's actually really awesome.
When they're filming the last things, he would only give the actors the parts of the script that they needed. It's you're only reading this. Only a few people are knowing this ending, and
that reminds me of something. That reminds me of something that I heard about 24. My friend told me about this, which was the exact opposite. In 24, they had writers, and then they would just take a writer off. They'd take writers off the show and just give the show to someone else. And so people would just read what was passed in the season, and then just make up a new plot line for it. And I was like, that just sounds like a mess.
That must be how that Mountain Lion episode happened.
Exactly.
Oh my God, worst part of that show, but also most amazing part of that show.
But then the second season is about kind of the aftermath of that all, and the trial of the person who was found. Who
was it?
It was
Dude.
And so I would and also of David Tennant's past, because he was a cop somewhere else, and he had some a sketchy. He was named the worst cop in this area.
They have an award for that.
Yeah, they were and the award goes to no. It was everybody called him in the newspaper. It was he's the worst cop kind of thing. Detective, I guess, and so it's very intriguing. It's beautifully shot and very well acted and just well written. And I mean, I couldn't recommend it any more than I already am. So it's something I really like. Charlie, I'm gonna hand it off to you.
I was gonna recommend Broadchurch as in the structures, but no. Have you guys ever watched Doc Martin?
It sounds familiar.
It's not what I was gonna recommend, but that made me think just the whole small town thing. Normally
the movie or
that kind of
TV
show, the TV show, it's
Okay.
on PBS. Normally that kind of thing is not my cup of tea. I actually almost actively hate that kind of shit. But I watched a few episodes one time because my parents were watching, and it's really pretty funny. It's this doctor, and I think he has some form
leukemia?
of autism, and it's just him moving to this small town and dealing with just life there, but it's pretty funny. So that made me think of that. So I guess watch that if you want. But for my recommendation, I heard about something on the radio show that I listen to every day, and I know that there's going to be the new Batman Arkham Knight virtual reality game, but that's just going to end up being a mini game. So it'll probably be cool if you already own all the VR stuff, but I'm not about to buy VR just for what will probably be a 30-minute quick time sequence.
A VR as well as an entire new system because you don't have a PS4.
Yeah, that's right. And
I have a friend who's getting ready to set up all that VR action, so I'll see if he'll get it for me and I'll check it out.
And then I heard that South Park is making their own VR game.
Really?
Yeah, and it includes one of those, something which I can only imagine is one of those medical nose things, and it will specially pump like fart gas into your nose for any time a character farts in the game. And
so
I love those
Phillip
guys
show?
for doing. Yeah, I love those guys for doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because there is no reason for that at all.
Like,
not
And
even a
how
little.
many times till that gets stale in the game? But if you're willing to go to that extent, you love South Park so much. And
I mean,
I
it's
love
just
that kind
it's
of thing.
perfect for them.
Yeah. Oh, if it were anything
the
else,
name
it'd
of
be just cringe.
the name of
fest.
that game that's coming out is called The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
But it's spelled
Fractured
butthole.
Yeah.
Like I've
Oh,
seen
no,
people
I
who
know.
didn't even realize what they're like, oh shit, that's like a double entendre.
Yeah.
Like they didn't.
It wasn't until I like said it out loud that I was like, holy crap, these guys are on a different level from me.
I was
Yeah.
when I first saw it, I read it as fractured butthole, I think. But then when I heard them talking about it, they were like the fractured butthole, and I was like, why are they saying it like that? Like, it's a weird way to butthole. Like that's a. And then I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they're going deep on that one.
yeah,
So I think that should be good. I'll look forward to the reviews of that.
of the fart smells.
I just hope Fractured But Whole is a longer game because I don't know if you guys played the Stick of Truth.
That's the
haven't-
only complaint I've ever heard about is that it's
I
too short.
have it, but I
yeah.
haven't beaten it.
Which
It was
is good though. That
no, it
people
was
wanna,
it was a
more.
really
Yeah.
good game. It was not worth $60 for the length that it was.
Gotcha,
I can see
gotcha.
that.
So like if I had bought that game new at 40, I would have been completely satisfied.
I do still want to play it, and I don't like RPGs.
We
and
have
stuff,
it.
but that's funny. We do. Oh yeah, that's right.
All
All right, see you guys.
yeah, yeah. But seriously though, on that note, I mean, I guess we don't really have anything else to. We don't have any more
let's see, we
segments,
talked about
do
the
we?
bat,
Do we
yeah.
have?
We could create a new segment right now on the fly.
Oh well, I do want to
Oh,
mention
Christ, I
we're
was joking.
we're gonna do we are gonna do a commentary soon, and I would like to maybe make it a drinking game that deals with cliches in a lot of these bad movies where.
Or just any kind of drinking game
Yeah.
anyone can think up.
And
to be
so
completely
we're gonna
honest.
think up of stuff to do.
For
Also,
the Boy Next
if
Door?
probably that'll probably be the first one we do. So the fans out there, if you guys have ideas.
Anytime there's a double entendre.
Oh God, yeah,
shit.
take a shot. So if
We're
you guys
gonna
have
die.
if you guys have ideas, go ahead and post that on the Facebook, which is just
Anytime
movie.
one of us makes a joke about the Jennifer Lopez from the South Park episode,
taco taco.
Yeah, anytime say taco or burrito.
So yeah, go ahead and post on the Facebook or tweet us at Movie Versus Podcast or email us at movieversuspodcast@gmail.com.
and most of you actually know us, so if you just want to tell us in person,
Yeah, give us ideas for this drinking game. We're going to do it. Hopefully, we can do this commentary within a month or so.
that should be
I would
fine.
like to do that.
About strictly Jennifer Lopez movies.
That's it. Just all commentaries.
you're joking, but I'm going in my head.
there's
right
the
now.
wedding
Reindeer
planner.
Games,
Wedding-
Geely, wedding planner,
Made in Amer-
Monster-in-Law,
Made in America.
Anaconda.
Ooh,
That's a good set of films.
there's got
to be more. Yeah. We'll figure it out. So other than that, go ahead.
Enough.
Thanks to Three Wise Media Network. You can go and check out their podcast. We're also on their YouTube channel. Just search Three Wise Media on YouTube, and there should be a playlist of Movie Versus Podcast. But yeah, bye.
Three Wise Radio.